Welcome everyone. I'm Leftover Bits. This is Leftover Bits Show, and I hope you all are having a wonderful Tuesday. Make sure I got all these things set up here. Alright. Alright, we're going to do something a little bit different today. Got a halfway decent thing set up on my computer, so I am going to play an old PlayStation game. Originally released in 1996. I was a youngin' still. I was about 10, 11, give or take. 9 maybe? 9 or 10. Pretty young. And it's called Suikoden. It's from the original PlayStation JRPG. That ended up having, 5 main series games. 3 different offshoot side games, and I think there was like a very limited trading card game released in Japan. It's been a long time since I've thought about the history, but it is one of my favorite games of all time. I'm planning on playing this one, and then also playing the direct sequel, Suikoden 2. And we'll see how that goes, and, chomping at the bit, waiting for the Suikoden Chronicles game to come out sometime next year. That's a game that I backed on Kickstarter that is being made in the same style as this in the second game, or very similar. It's a spiritual successor because it's the original creators of this game, but they've left Konami, and then years later eventually are making the spiritual successor, Suikoden Chronicles. So also, partly playing this because I plan on doing that on stream eventually once it comes out. The companion game for it, Suikoden Rising, I think is what it's called, is currently out on Steam for like $20. It's like an action RPG. I'll probably grab that at some point. I didn't throw in enough during the Kickstarter to get a free copy of that, so I'll have to buy it separate. But no big deal. But let's go ahead and cut this music and try to get the emulator started up. Working? Oh, there's the sound. That's always a good sign. Yeah. That's the nostalgia. That's the hit right there. Watch the intro stuff right now. Let's just go ahead and jump into the game. And no. Now, in the official canon of the game, this character, our main character, his name is Tyr McDole, T-I-R, son of Tio McDole, one of the great 5 generals of the Empire. And we are his son, who is coming of age and is going to be taking on his first job in the Empire as an adult. Young man. Alright, before we start the story by talking to our dad right there, but first we're going to go look around just a little bit. This is Qasim Hazil, one of the other 5 great generals of the Empire. You, son bits, show me your face. Oh, you have an excellent face, just like your father. You'll be an important man like him too. I, Qasim Hazil, guarantee it. And, any of the characters that have a portrait like that are going to be somebody you're supposed to be wandering around here like this. Aren't you being granted an audience with the Emperor? If they have a portrait like that, they're a very important character in some fashion in the story. Because your generic characters don't get a portrait. Also, a little quick secret. Inside of this armor, you can find 100 bits. Bits is the currency in the game. 100 bits ain't much, but it's something. Little starting cash. here's Tio, our father. Matter, Bits? Are you nervous? Don't worry, the audience will be finished quickly. Just be the way you always are. The Emperor is stern, but there's nothing to be afraid of. You, Master Bits. Emperor receive you now. Please come this way. Tio McDowell, General of the Imperial Army, and his son, Bits McDowell. Here for an audience with the Emperor. Yeah, the music. God, I love the music in this game. It's so fucking good. Welcome to you. How are things? Much as they were when we fought together in the War of Succession, Your Highness. Impressive words. Do you not agree, Wendy?
Indeed they are. The words of a great general.
Wendy's going to be very important over the course of the story. Tio, I'm sure you are aware of the troubling activity in the north. Would you be willing to travel there to protect the border? Our disputes with the United City States of Charlestown are complicated, but with General Tio McDowell in charge, we can rest assured. The city-states of Charlestown are the actual setting for the second game, Suikoden 2. And they're involved a lot in the history of the Scarlet Moon Empire that we're in right now. Primarily, they've just been military and territorial rivals for an exceptionally long period of time, stretching back before the Scarlet Moon Empire was formed and Barbarossa took the front throw. After the Wars of Succession that were mentioned just recently. My beloved sword Proc has brought me luck on countless occasions. I would like you to have it. Take it with you. Thank you, Your Highness. I, Tio, swear not to disappoint you. Have my blessing. Good luck to you. Oh, your Tio's boy Bits. Quite an impressive little continent. Listen, Bits. Would you be willing to give the Empire a helping hand while your father is protecting the northern border? Whatever. And now, this is your first little choice you get in the game. It doesn't affect anything. You can say, I don't wanna, and the Emperor, one of the people, I think your dad plus one other person's like, hey, whoa, what are you doing? It's not how you talk to the Emperor, but the Emperor's like, nah, it's fine, he's a kid. It's hilarious. But we're just gonna go, yes, Your Highness. I'll resemble your father. I shall look forward to seeing you grow into manhood. Thank you for your kind words, Your Highness. Commander Krez of the Imperial Guard will be Master Bits' superior. We'll meet him momentarily.
What an attractive young man you are. Good luck to you, Bits.
We'd better be going, Your Highness. I'm relying on you, Tio, and Bits. I hope your efforts will surpass your father's. Let's go. Alright, now we're in control of moving again. There's a lot of people we can talk to. It's just fun to get little bits of dialogue. Order's over, please depart. So I'm pretty sure that's all these guys say. It's over, be off. I mean, please be on your way. Got that one right. I'm Master Bits. Was Lady Wendy at the audience too? I've heard that she bears a close resemblance to Lady Claudia. He still mourns her passing. Lady Claudia was Emperor Barbarossa's wife. She ended up passing. I don't think the game tells you how or why she passed, but part of the reason why Wendy is the court magician is because she has a strong resemblance to Lady Claudia. Ah, Tio, it looks like you've brought a fine son to this world. Envy you. I forgot what voice I used for him already. You're embarrassing me, cousin. My turn yet? Considering that I, Qasim Hazil, am one of the 5 great generals, it's a terribly long wait. Terribly long wait. Eh. This is Krez's room. You'll be reporting to him starting tomorrow. Go and introduce yourself. And so here's Craze right here. He's a piece of work. Like, look at that picture. Look at that. He's got the stroking and the long goatee. He's got the full evil look. Like, what do you want? Well, you expect me to take this guy seriously as anything other than a villain? Heh, so you're Tio's boy. What's your name? Bits? I couldn't care less if you're the son of a great general. You'll get no special treatment here, understand? Now go on home. Work begins tomorrow. Report here first thing in the morning. And that's it. Did you introduce yourself? Must admit I'm quite surprised that you've been assigned to such a weakling, but... Well, let's get going. Gremio must be worried sick. I don't have any control right now, so... Always silent on that. Get the Gregminster bot. And then you get the nice sweet at-home melody. You'll hear this a few times throughout the game whenever like something happy is happening, something nice, warm, very wholesome is usually when this music is playing. Oh, Gremio. What voice am I use for Gremio? Gremio, I thought when I was a kid, because, you know, JRPG art styles and, you know, as a kid in the US, being exposed to different types of art styles, or not being exposed to different types of art styles is a better way to think about it, and I thought Gremio was a woman for a long time when I was a kid. Gremio was actually a guy, though. A warrior who served under General Tio during the Succession Wars, saved Tio's life at one point, and was brought in as basically the bodyguard and caretaker for Tio's son, our character.
Gremio. Welcome home, young master. How did it go? Was everything okay? Were you nervous in front of the Emperor? I was so worried, but I guess everything went fine.
You shouldn't worry so much, Gremio.
Oh, Master Tio! I didn't notice you at all.
Didn't notice me? Good grief. The only one you seem to care about is Bits. You hired him for, Tio.
Sorry, Master Tio. By the way, young master, Ted is here to congratulate you.
Ted's our best friend.
Oh my god, the stew! The stew!
And now you are free to move around and do things. We're going to look around a little bit, but first we're going to go get Ted in our party after we talk to the other servants in the house. Here's Cleo, one of Tio's other servants who served with him militarily. What voice should I use for Cleo?
Young master, how many times do I have to tell you, please knock before entering the room of a lady? Oh well, you can be forgiven if it's my room, I suppose. So, how was your audience with the Emperor? Were you nervous? Must be tired after such a long day.
Why don't you go to your room and rest? That's them telling you to go upstairs. And then you can also try to look at Cleo's diary, but she's standing right here. So it doesn't work out.
Young master, you shouldn't be looking at a woman's belongings.
Absolutely right. Right here we have Pawn, who's kind of... You know what, I'm not going to spoil it for anyone who doesn't know, but he's a bit of a interesting character due to certain situations that he gets into. He's actually pretty complicated in spite his simple appearance early on. So you can scare him and wake him up, or you can leave him alone. I'm just going to leave him alone. He'll wake up a bit anyway, because he can smell the food, I guess. Hey, Gremio, where's my supper? Oh, say, it's young master. Back already? How was your audience with the Emperor? I think I'll take another nap before supper. Young master, you must be tired too. How about a nap before supper? Martial Arts Handbook. Talk with your fist. Diary. Young master, you shouldn't look at my books without permission. Pawn is a martial artist, so he uses fist weapons for his fighting, hence the martial. This, I think, is officially Gremio's room. And Gremio's here cooking the stew.
My hands are full right now. This is the most important step when you're making a stew.
And you can pull his ears or tickle him to get a reaction, but it doesn't really matter. We'll just leave him alone.
Dinner will be ready soon. Please rest in your room until I call.
Then we're going to go upstairs. And here's Ted. Ted is one of the major catalysts for the story.
I heard the news, Bits. You met the Emperor, didn't you? Tell me all about it, please. Let's go up to your room, okay? Tell me all about the Emperor right now.
Ted joins your orange, and normally you'd go into your room to continue with the story, but we're gonna go do some exploring. You there, what are you doing around here? This is the home of the Imperial General Tio McDowell. What? You're General Tio's son? Excuse my rudeness, sir. And welcome, we are in Gregminster, and here is the house of Sonia Shellin, one of the other 5 great generals. Sonia and Tio, as you can see here, she heard about Tio's journey to the north and is not feeling well about it. But Sonia here is one of the other 5 great generals. Her and Tio have a bit of a love interest going on.
Bits, after tomorrow, you won't be able to see your father fully. Better spend time with him while you can.
Don't be a fool, Sonia. Bet you're not taking this seriously either, are you? Tia's trying to spend some time with his lady friend before he heads out for war, you know? Come on. Bits, I must speak with Sonia. You go on home first. I hope the music isn't too loud. It sounds a little bit loud on my end, but it might just be my personal settings. Yeah, there's all sorts of stuff here. This right here, I think, is the home of... I'm trying to remember who, but they're not here right now, so I guess it doesn't matter. And some of the houses will just have random NPCs in them. You can explore. And this guy tells you a little bit about some of the systems in the game, the magic system involving runes. Real quick while we're here, let's go over some of the other stuff going on. See, hold on, I gotta see if I can reduce the volume of this a little bit. Because I don't even know. I mean, I can talk over it alright, I guess. Hopefully that keeps it from getting too loud for y'all, at least. I can adjust my volume. Between those two, that should be good, I think. Alright, right here, the shop with the magnifying glass, this is an appraiser. If you're playing the game, you'll end up finding artifacts with a question mark in their name. You'll take those to an appraiser, like a question mark painting, question mark urn, and you'll take those to an appraiser to figure out what exactly they are. Given if you know the drops in the game well enough, you'll be able to know what they are based on what's dropping them. And as you can see, the local populace is starting to have some problem with the way the Empire is being run. It's been 7 years since the War of Succession. A little more than that, even. There's a blacksmith and limit camp. Good to know. But yeah, and so those artifacts, you can sell them for money mostly. A couple of them are used, like one of them is used in an actual quest to recruit an NPC. And for the most part, you sell them, or you eventually, when you get your own bathhouse, you use them to decorate it. This right here is an inn. That's supposed to be a bed in the top there. So you know, like old school RPGs of that day, you find places to save, and the inn is a place where you can rest, recuperate, and save. The little vial is the medicine, and this is the armor shop. This is the rune master, so whenever you find a rune, you take it to a rune master to attach it to let you use the magic in the rune. Basically getting it tattooed on your hand, more or less. Alright, but yeah, we're actually going to leave the city. Actually, no, hold on, let me go back and actually save the game first. Because what I'm getting to do is pretty dangerous. This is Marie. She runs the inn here and later becomes our innkeeper when we get our own base of operations. And she's like, why are you here? You have a house with a bed. But we're just coming here to save the game. Digital memory card. Right there is the save file where I was trying to make sure things were working. Yeah, and so we're gonna go to one of the earliest little secrets in the game. But first, what I have to do is find a weak enough enemy that... Oh, that's not the one. Hey, please go away. It's gonna kill us in one shot each. I can't I don't have enough to... Well, I might have enough to bribe it. Let's try attacking it. It's gonna knock one of us out immediately. Yeah, no, that fight's not gonna happen. Yeah. Fair enough. We could hit try again. It would reload it for us, but there is a little glitchy little secret that you can utilize with the game, with the with that in there. Whenever you choose to keep going instead of giving up there, it'll reload your save file, but I think it keeps any experience you've gained since the last time you saved the game. At the very least, it definitely gives you, if you find any of the magic stones or power stones or any other stones that when you use them increase an attribute by 1 or 2 points, what you can do is save the game, use those, purposefully go get defeated, and then once you do that, you hit try again at the game over screen. And you'll keep the stat-ups you got from the stones in spite of the fact that you're reloading the game, and the stones will be back in your inventory. Well. Oh, he dodged it. If only my other character had done the same, I'd think I'd have a chance at this, but no. This is going to happen a couple of times until I run into the type of enemy I actually want to run into. And I'm able to get a couple levels out of it. Normally you just go up to your room and continue with the storyline, but there is a secret item you can get if you either A, make this journey I'm getting ready to make completely by yourself before Ted joins your party, or there's a separate reward if you do it with Ted in your party. And I like the reward you get with Ted in your party better than the reward you get without anyone else. Okay, this one we might be able to pull off. Never mind. What I really want is the single black soldier ant. That's the one that will be relatively safe enough that I can actually do something with it. I have one other option, and I think I'm going to make my way towards that option, see if I make it, if I can. There's a town to the east. Can't remember what it's called. God dang it. No, don't do that. We're gonna... There we go. That's okay. Right here. This is Rockland. This is where we'll go later in the game. Not pretty soon, actually. But I'm here mainly for this character known as Marco. Marco here, he is a gambler that will let you play 3-card Monty. Except he won't try to cheat you. I don't have much money, so we're going to go with 100 bet, just so you can see. And also, this will let you see how the game plays. So when you only bet 100, it's super slow, and it's real easy for you to tell where the coin's going to go. It's on the right. And the more you bet, the faster it goes. Now we gotta keep betting 100 until we get up to 1,000. Then I'll end up probably saving the game then and coming back to gamble a bit more. And basically I'm gonna use this money. No! I accidentally hit left twice. Oh, that's what happens when you lose. There's also a set pattern to this that's seeded in. I don't know when the seeding happens for it, but basically if you can figure out which part of the pattern you're on, you can always guess the correct spot. There's actually some people who speedrun this game, like 88 or 88 Gaming. I can't remember exactly what their channel is called on YouTube. But they speedrun this game, and that's something that they use to help with the speedrunning aspect of being able to know exactly where to pick each time. And so you can just pick the highest level one each time over and over again. I'm mostly just trying to get this money now so I can go to the nearby. All right, let's do the 1,000. It's gonna be faster now, so I gotta pay attention. Left. Yep. Uh-oh. I think it's right. Oh, it was center. That's okay. Right? Yay! Yeah, I want to win this money so that I can sharpen up our weapons in a nearby town to get up our survivability. Center. I don't want to overdo this too much because it's really not a necessity thing, but I just like having the extra security. Right? I think it's the right. Yeah. Honestly, that's probably enough. I don't remember how much it costs to upgrade weapons, but I don't want to do so much with it anyway. Just need to save the game, please. I think I knew. Appreciate it. Alright. Now we'll go back and try to do what we were trying to do earlier. Ah! Not the one I was thinking I would get, but I think it'll work. Maybe not. We really both needed to hit them. Yeah, alright, well. Yeah, normally wouldn't be having this much trouble in the early game because technically this isn't the first area you're supposed to go to. I know it's just outside of your starting city, but it's not actually where you're supposed to start fighting monsters at because there is a little area you get fast travel to, for lack of a better terminology. I don't want to say teleport because that's not quite right. Yeah, well, at least they made it quick. I may have to make it all the way to Linman Camp first. If that's the case, I might be SOL. Boom, boom, boom. Well, I made it all the way back at least. See if I can make it all the way. No. Oh, goodness, no. No, 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 no. It's like most of that money. Bad. Okay. Here in Linman Camp, there is blacksmiths. Here it is. That's the blacksmith hammer sign. And so you can come to any blacksmith shop. If you have rune fragments, you can attach them to your weapons to add magical effects to your attacks. However, those are a little bit glitchy. Not all of them work the way they're supposed to. The main thing, though, is I want to sharpen the weapon. I think we can get up to level 5 here. If we had the money for it, that is. Jeez. I think I can sharpen Ted's once. No, because this is already level 3, so I can't do his at all. Alright, let's go to the inn and save the game again real quick. There's also, in this town, one person you can find that you find later in the game, and you normally don't find him, I think, this early. Yeah, there he is, Kryn. Kryn the Thief. Sometimes leave behind urns. Well, sometimes you find valuable things. If you take these things to an appraiser, hee. Huh. That's a neat thing for him to tell us, but he'll become more important in the story later. And I don't need to stay, just saving the game. Just trying not to die. All right. Okay, if I can get a hit in. Nope, never mind. If I can, nope. All right, well, this is gonna take a bit longer than it usually does. Usually I end up finding like one of those single red ants and getting lucky on dodging the hit. And if you do that and you're able to actually kill it off, then you get a couple levels right off the bat, which is enough to help you survive this stuff. And we're gonna start making our way back towards Rock Axe. Oh, for Pete's sake. Yeah. Now, don't get discouraged, you know? Think of it like a Souls game, you know? Just gotta keep running your head into the brick wall until something works. Not the way that saying goes. These forests are actually impassable. Okay, we might actually make it through a fight. Hey, we got a fight in. That all the way to level, like 3 levels for that one fight. Just because that's where we are in the game. Okay, I was like, it won't let me open the menu. Now we do need Ted to get back up. Thankfully, you don't have to use special items to revive people in this game. You just need to use the medicine, the standard healing item, and it'll get them back up. Probably gonna knock Ted out, yeah. They pretty much just knocked Ted out instantly, and I'm gaining levels by myself for a bit here. Hitting free will just makes all your people auto-target, auto-attack. Back in Rockland. I actually am gonna stay. Alright, and how much money did I get out of that? Not enough. Oh, whoops, did not mean to hit that. My bad. Hit escape to try to get out of that menu like an idiot. Gonna need a little bit more cash before I can gamble again. Nice, like getting in the first hit. Ooh, and the counter swing on the red ant. Now, in battle, you can't just use medicine to revive people. You have to use a special magic or this one special item that you can equip to people and it'll auto-res them. You can also see that little devil thing above my head there. That's mark saying I'm poisoned. So every turn I'll take a little bit of damage from that. And I'm still taking damage from it, as you can see, moving around. That's what that blinking is, and oh, it's bad. Why I normally carry antitoxin on me to keep from having to deal with that. Yeah, it didn't counter me, at least. Sitting there at level 1. Not gonna waste the money to revive him this time. Which I had now. I'm gonna try it, but I have very little actual... Here, defend, see if that, like, lets you live. Yeah, nah. Ooh, a crit. Just think if he had crit like that in the very first turn. Okay. Just try to survive, Ted. That's all I need is for you to survive. Oh my gosh. You actually get to do it. Ted's gonna get levels. Yay! Alright, now we might actually be able to survive for a little bit. Also, whenever you go to the inns, they tell you the price based per person. So right now, since I've got 2 people in my party and it's 30 bits a head, I paid 60 to stay at the inn just now. And the inns get progressively more expensive as you go through the game. That being said, getting money together is not difficult in this game. It's a little time consuming sometimes, but it's not difficult. Anyways, though. Do that a couple more times, I'll have more to finish off our weapons. Enter. Right? Right. Let's do one more. And in the future, while I'm playing this game, I won't go on my little gambling sprees like this on camera, at least for this game in particular. Just because, well, it can be neat. It is a little tedious to keep playing it. Alright, let's save while I got my new money on me. Couple of levels should be enough to let Ted actually properly survive hits. Even better. There we go. Ted's at level 5 now. So it's awesome. Good to go. All right. Here, let's go sharpen up the weapons. As you can see, as you level up your weapons, the name changed. It was the Wolf Fang Staff, now it's the Dragon Fang Staff. I'm gonna have to go out and get a little more money. Ugh, a good bit more money to finish sharpening Ted up real quick. Thought I was done, not quite. Back to Rock Axe. Knew I should have went 1 or 2 more. It can take a hit now, but only 1. Bitch. Yeah, probably didn't need to do that. That was overkill. Alright, this will be a decent little test, actually. Alright, nice. Yeah, we're good to go now. I don't really need to take fights anymore if I don't have to. Alright. How much money have I got? Good. 1,000. 1,000. That's what I was. All right. Shit, I lost it. Dang it, I second guessed myself. That's okay. Okay. Sadly, I gotta build back up to 1,000 now, so this is gonna take a bit. And I guess while I'm sitting here farming for cash in the game, I'll take a few moments to shill for myself in real life as well. I hope that you're enjoying the stream so far. If you're new here or you just haven't done it yet, make sure to hit that follow button down below. Helps me out a whole hell of a lot in the channel growth. Follows and eyeballs on the show are really the main things that keep me going, keep the channel growing. There's also a link to my Twitter down below. You can find me on there. And that's where I will end up doing any kind of updates, cancellations, technical difficulties. I'll announce on there, things of that nature. There's also the tip button down below should you feel so inclined. It's always appreciated but never required. Main thing is I just want to make sure that I'm entertaining you, and if I've done that, I've done my job. And hey, as I said before, those follows and eyeballs are really the main things that keep things going. Alright, we can do another 1,000 bet now. Think it's on the right? Yeah! Center. I'm gonna do this a couple more times, though. I don't want to come up shortchanged on anything. Alright, one more to do. One more would have done if I hadn't distracted myself. Yep. Dang it. Alright, two more then, I guess. I got too happy. I got into the music. Not paying attention. Center. left. Oh no, I think I'm good. As I said, in the future, if I'm grinding on that game, I'll do it off camera. Alright, though, that should do it. Just have to finish up sharpening Ted's weapon, and then we're gonna make the journey across Mount Sifu. I think that's how it's pronounced, at least. Now, this does mean that my main character is going to be a little over-leveled from the rest of his party in the early game. However, your main character is the one that always has to be in your party, and so they're always going to probably be a little bit over-leveled the rest of your party. But the way the XP system works in this game, people tend to catch up pretty quickly. Maybe not all the way to the exact spot that your other characters are in, but at least a lot closer. Alright, let's go to the inn and save, and then start this little journey through the mountains. I wish I had the stuff to where, like, I don't know what kind of like crazy accessories I would need for it, but I wish I had the stuff where I could like hook up my old original PlayStation to a TV, because I've still got that and it still works. I play games on it on a regular basis. Even, you know, I've got my hard disk copy of this too. It'd be fun to play and actually like be able to use the appropriate hardware. Alright, now we're at Mount Tiger Wolf. This is a place will come later in the game anyway, but we're going to go ahead and do this early. We're probably going to run from most of the battles here, because in spite of the leveling we just did... equipment there. Oh, can I not wear those? Oh, I thought I could wear the Suikoden. Maybe Ted can. No, it's called a circlet. Suikoden is... maybe it's been... This might be the patch version. No, at one point they called them... Because, you know, translating from Japanese to English, the L and R similarities. No, none of my current party can. That... Oh well. Medicine nut. Alright. I think I can kill this thing, but it's not gonna be easy. Because it tends to have a lot of HP. And as you can see, they hit hard. Well, this fight just turned Ted into a heal bot. No, no, not Ted. Okay, nice. That worked out. And I do like that fact in this game, if you set up a heal, even if the battle ends, you'll still get the heal off. Extra gloves. Oh, no, no. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. It looked like... Yeah, it says let go. So we can actually... They're gonna let us go because we're too weak, basically, is what that means. These guys are actually neat if you kill them, you get water rune pieces that you can attach to your weapon. And I think those give you a little bit of healing every round, if I remember correctly. Then you got the wind rune pieces, which I think are supposed to give you magic resistance if you attach them to your weapon, but I think they just straight up don't work. And over here we got it. Oh, whew, I thought the game froze up on me for a second. There's an inn here that's locked. Well, it's really more a tavern than an inn based on the signage, but you know, we'll go there later. We're just a little bit ahead of where we would normally be in the storyline because we're going after a item that you can only get at this stage of the game. If you go here at this stage of the game. Given you can get that item, the same item later. Ooh, there's an antique. We'll have to get that appraised later. You can get those same items later, but by the time you get them later in the game, they're not as valuable, in my opinion. This right here is the clone crystal. You can give crystals are what you attach to people to turn into runes. The clone crystal is specifically meant for somebody who has a two-handed sword, I think, if I'm remembering correctly. There's two characters who I normally let use it, Victor and Humphrey, but we won't be meeting them for a little bit longer. But here we are at the village we wanted to come to, Sarati. Now, as I said, we'll come here later in the game as part of the storyline, but we're mainly coming here to talk to this guy. What? You two came all the way here by yourselves? That's incredible. I'll give you something nice as a reward for your courage. And he gives us a prosperity crystal. Now, there's also, if you come here completely by yourself without Ted, he'll give you a champion's crystal. The champion's crystal turns into the champion's rune when you attach it, and that basically makes it where enemies below a certain level threshold compared to your level just straight up can't fight you. They'll just not fight you. Whereas the prosperity rune, when attached, basically just increases the amount of money that you get from every fight that you win. And so basically I'm going to be using that to make more money as I play, because I'll have that in the early game at least. And it'll keep me from having to grind for money as much, because I'll just happen to get decent money during fights. Grandma's seen out. She talks about the Emperor all day. I once met the Emperor. He's a wonderful man. He even had kind words for a lowly old woman like me. I don't have enough for a water crystal. Not surprised by that. Oops. I don't like I would have had much to do with it anyway. I would have attached it to my main character, and eventually, in this game, you can only attach one rune at a time. In the second game and onward, they let you attach multiple. And the main character gets a specific rune forced upon him as part of the storyline, so you don't really get freedom to choose what runes you will or will not use with your main character. So I'd only get it for like a little bit. Uh-oh. Yeah, I can't win that fight. One of those guys I can fight. Two, no. From my understanding, the bribe command always works as long as you have enough money based on the monsters that you're fighting. Whereas runaway always has a chance to fail. Let go always works because basically it's either your enemy or your party looked at the other party and it's like, they don't really seem worth the trouble. Music in this game so good. Given I am going to want to fight those rabbits when I come back up here with a full party and the proper levels. Because they do drop a pretty nice rune if I'm remembering correctly. I'm also going to end up farming those slimes for water rune pieces a little bit at least. Just because the extra healing helps. Not right now, again, mind you. No, it's for later. We come back here. No, not on Ted. There we go. Didn't want to take the risk. I knew I was probably going to kill him with that shot, but I didn't want to take the risk, and so I decided to heal anyway. There's like one of those situations where there's an off chance I could miss, and so best to be safe. Alright, but now we're back. And we can actually start the game in earnest finally. A little over leveled, but that's okay. Alright, and now let's get back to the story. Ramio finished the stew in that time it took us. And please let me join your entourage. This is the first place where I ever saw the word entourage, and I had no idea what it meant. Eventually, I figured out it was basically like the people who hang around someone. And even then, that's not like the technically accurate definition, but it's close enough for a kid at the time. Yeah, it was a bit weird. It was kind of, you know, playing video games. Actually, I learned a lot of words that I didn't know because of video games. Oh, so much to Master Tio, who adopted me when I was an orphan. And I want to return the favor, okay? Yeah, of course. If you say, gee, I don't know, he just, like, I think you get into a conversation loop until you agree. Great! I knew you were a good friend. Now, for more important matters, what kind of man was the Emperor? And tell me about Wendy, the court magician. Was she beautiful? Come on, tell me everything. And y'all have a fade to black conversation. See. I am sure I would like to see Wendy in person. Foreshadowing. Hey, Bits. I really don't know how to tell you this, but, Hey, Bits, there's something I want to tell you. Can you keep a secret? Can you promise not to tell anyone what I'm about to tell you? Here we go. Young master, and supper's ready. Hey, it's time to eat. Let's go, Bits. We can talk some other time. We've prepared a fine meal as usual. That's why I love visiting Bits' house. Visit? I mean, if you got adopted, are you technically visiting? Isn't this just home? Young master, hurry up, take your seat. Your food will go cold. Wow, this is a feast. My stomach's growling. Young master, it'll be some time before you can eat with Ted again. I suggest you enjoy this time together. What's the matter? Take your seat. Glass is filled. Attention, everybody. Tomorrow morning, I must travel north. Fitz will be responsible for the household in my absence. I'd like you all to give him full support. I need to go to the menu and see if I can change the text speed. Ramio?
Yes, sir. Taken care of Bit since he was a baby. Thanks to your efforts.
We're just about to have a period there, but alright. He's grown into a fine youth. I'm grateful to you.
But sir, this is my job, and besides, serving a master is a pleasure for me. Too.
Oh, translation of old JRPGs.
I'm glad to hear it. I hope you continue to watch over him.
Cleo, Han, I'm counting on you two as well to help and protect.
Yes, Master Tio.
Of course, sir. Leave it to us. And Ted, I hope you'll always be a good friend to Bits.
I'd do so even if you said otherwise, sir. Right, Bits?
Enough talk. Let's eat before the food gets cold. Let's raise our glasses. To my son, to the Empire. And then everything turns to shit from there. Last happy moment as a family you just saw.
It's like I won't be seeing your face for a while. Oh, sleep.
Not as if we'll never meet again. Take good care of him.
I will, Master Tio. Oh, did I wake you up? Good morning. Listen, young master. Master Tio departed while you were sleeping. You're such a late sleeper. Today you start working as a member of the Imperial Guard forces, whatever. You must prepare to visit Commander Cross.
Phrase, I'm not sure how to pronounce that. Premier joins Entourage. And now that we're past some of those story elements, you can actually save your game in the little diary right there. Let's go downstairs. So, next time we have a day off, talking to Cleo there, he and Cleo have a bit of a weird romance interest that they don't fully acknowledge but don't deny either, you know? Hey, here he comes. You're late, young master. It's your first day on the job. I'm so excited. Whether it's battling bandits on Mount Sifu or monsters on Lake Toron, Pond, here's your man.
Calm down, will you? All you ever think about is fighting. The job is to protect the young master.
I know, I know. Let's be on our way to the palace. Joins? Cleo joins. Get used to that sound. Anytime somebody joins the party, we'll be hearing that. Normally, Ted there, if you try to talk to him, he's still sleeping. And then when you go to walk out the door, he's like, hey, what's up? But you can actually instead go up the stairs, and it has the same effect. Any screen transition would have had the same effect, apparently. Yeah, now he's part of the party. While he's here, check the menu and check the information. Perfect. Got our... your formation matters in some cases and others not. We have all three different types of weapons here, so I'm going to go ahead and talk about it now. Pon has a short-range weapon with his fists. That means he can only hit things in the opponent's front row, and he can only attack from our front row. If he's in the back row, he can't attack whatsoever, and he can never hit things that are in the opponent's back row without using some kind of special ability. However, short-range weapons tend to be very high power, very high hitting weapons. Gremio and our main character both have medium-range weapons. Medium-range weapons can still only hit the front row, but they can attack from your back row as well. Long-range weapons can attack from the front or back row, and they can hit somebody in the front or back row or side. And usually people with long-range weapons tend to have lower defense or lower HP, and so they are better on your back row whenever possible. Right now, that party setup is fine. Diary. Here. Alright. And that's it. Let's see, can I look at Pawn stuff now? Pawn Star, yesterday's menu. Steamed spring chicken. Salad. Cheese omelet. Bring me a special stew. Dumplings. Pawn cares about two things. Fighting and food. We can go look at Cleo's diary. It's locked. I think you can actually read it later, but not till much later. And we're gonna go up here and talk to Lady Sonia again. General T has already departed for the north. I wish I could accompany him, but I, too, have my responsibilities as an Imperial General. Fitz, I hope you'll come visit me from time to time. I feel much better when I see your face. Yeah. And as far as I can tell, Sonia is not our character's mother. So I'm going to assume that our character's mother died at some point. Ooh, also, right here you have what is both one of the best and one of the worst characters in the game, Milik Oppenheimer, one of the 5 great generals, who is an aristocrat that is obsessed with fashion. So you can find all these neat little things in his house of clothing that he has. What is Master Milik up to? If he doesn't hurry, he'll miss his audience with the Emperor. Master Milik, it's time to go! And what's taking Milik so long? He's trying to figure out what he wants to wear, of course. Milik Oppenheimer. This outfit is nice, of course, but the colors on this one match better. Hey, young man, which do you like? Say, aren't you Tio's boy? Of course, you're Bits. I was called by the Emperor, and of course I must show him my exquisite taste in clothes. Milik here basically is the first of a line of characters that permeate the series of aristocrats with very, like, flamboyant dress and flamboyant mannerisms. Later we'll get to hear he has his own special theme song. Well, it's not really just his. Anytime he, what eventually will be at odds with him, and anytime he shows up, it's basically his villain theme, but there's like one other character who that song gets used for as well. Now we're back at the palace. I'm gonna take a quick little detour over here to the side, because we have right here a dragon. Dragons in this game, for some reason, make this noise. Hey, Grim Salad, welcome. Yeah, I'm playing some Suikoden today. Just showing off the elephant sounds of the dragons in the game. Clutch here, a young dragon knight. Oh, I didn't even know this scene happened, actually. Now, take it easy. We must hurry to Commander Craze's room. Yeah, ended up getting a decently working emulator that works on my PC, so get to play some old PlayStation games I played as a kid. Now we'll meet one of the most despicable men in the entire game. That's Tio's boy. You're late. You can't be pampered all your life, you know. Now for your first assignment. Listen carefully, because I'll only tell you once. Northeast of Gregminster lies the Magician's Island, and Kat the Seer lives there. She has been commissioned to look into the stars. Go there and bring me her results. Are you listening? Tell me where Magician's Island is. And you can be, you can answer him correctly, answer him incorrectly, or you can be a flippant asshole. And because it's Craze, I'm gonna be a flippant asshole. Somewhere on this earth? Don't think you could treat me like a fool just because you're the son of a great general. Keep acting up and you'll be sorry. Yeah, fuck you, Craze. Here are the rest of your instructions. Yeah, the sprites are super tall in this one. There is no boat to Magician's Island, but I've arranged for a dragon knight from the Knights of the Dragon's Den. Take you there. You'll find him in front of the barn. The dragon will transport you to the island. By the way, Kat the Seer is the youngest sister of Court Magician Wendy, so you'd better behave yourself. Yeah, there. Alright, nothing else going on here. Yeah, this is one of my all-time favorite games ever. I'm actually wearing a hoodie right now that is from where I'm part of the Suikoden Revival group on Facebook and a couple of things like that. Every once in a while, you'll have people doing custom-made merchandise for Suikoden, and so this hoodie's got like the main 5 runes from the first 5 main games in the series, the true runes on there, and so it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. Gee, I was looking forward to your first job, and it turns out to be an errand. As if we were kids. I was hoping for something really exciting.
Take it easy, Pawn. Besides, these astrological results are very important for the Empire. It's not such a bad assignment. You're right, and this job won't be so dangerous. Oh, I don't mean to imply that you're not reliable, Master Bits, but... Hey, Bits, we get to ride a dragon and meet a real Dragon Knight. Dragon Knights are really cool. Come on, let's get going.
Yeah. Also, hopefully this isn't too loud for you. I've been trying to mess with the volume, but I don't know if it's coming through well or not. Right. Now we'll actually talk to Futch proper. I'm not going to do a voice for Futch, I'm afraid. Are you the Imperial Guard? I'm Futch, Apprentice Dragon Knight, and this is my dragon, Black. Hey, Black, introduce yourself. Isn't he cute? So, you'll be going to Magician's Island. Black will take you there in no time. You're a Dragon Knight? You're just a punk. What'd you say? You're a punk yourself. Oh, man. This confused me so much as a kid. I'm like, why is the word punk so bad? I assume that the translation, this is probably covering for something else. Oh yeah, and the first moment the mask slips. I'm a punk. I happen to have 300 years. Alright, that's enough. Let's be on our way. Let go of me, Gremio. Call me a punk. Oh boy, this is going to be some trip. Take it easy, Futch. Let's get going. Okay, everybody climb aboard the basket on Black's back. But yeah, I love this game so much. It was a very, very big influence, and it was one of those things that was just kind of cool because I picked it up on accident. Alright, let me watch this, let this little cutscene play. And then when I'm wandering around Magician's Island, I'll go back to my story about how I originally found this game. Oh, the music. Oh, I love the music. Oh, Black. Alright. Here we are. Speed make you dizzy? Well, my job ends here. I'll wait here until you're done. Be careful. Also, you're a liar, you impatient little asshole. He thinks about leaving you right when you were coming back. Alright, we're on Magician's Island now. Oh, I thought I was at a different spot. It's been a while since I've been in here. Ollie boys, one of the easiest enemies in the game. To the extent that they will actually run away from you. Yeah, see, one just ran away. It looked like it was going to attack and it just kept running. Downside, of course, you don't get as much money or XP when they run away. But this is one of those things where my father actually ended up picking up us the original PlayStation and a couple of random games to go with it. And one of them that he picked up just happened to be Suikoden. And me and my sister, we just played this game so much. We didn't even have a memory card at the time. So it was one of those things like we'd play it as far as we could play it, and then just have to deal with the fact that we're going to have to start over. But we loved the game. We loved the art style. We loved the music. The system in it for how the combat works we thought was amazing at the time. It's still pretty good overall. Hey, crit on a Holly boy. That one's probably just going to run away. No, it's safe. But we played this game like crazy, and eventually got our memory card, and you get to certain points in, like, especially older games, and they get a little bit difficult. There's this one boss that we got stuck on forever. I'll talk more about that when I get to as the zombie dragon boss. Okay, got that leather coat. Let's actually. Oh, I can't use that. The clothes better than the boots? They are not.
Let's give it the pawn. For now. Just because he's one of our frontline fighters. But yeah, we just randomly happened upon this game, had no idea what it was. The box art was extremely deceptive. It seemed like the person that they hired to draw it wasn't actually present when they were describing the game and had to get the information secondhand from someone else. That's what it felt like. But yeah, it's a great game, and I remember eventually like the disc got scratched and it stopped working right, and we had to get another copy. And our grandfather was the one who was going to go pick up the other copy. And when he came back, at this point in time, the sequel had come out, and he didn't know the difference, and he grabbed the sequel. Which, we were like, well, it's not what we asked for, but we're way more excited for this, honestly. This is a good game. But here, we get our first little bit of a boss battle. This is Luke, one of the characters who will join us in the future. He's a smart-ass. He's also the central antagonist for the third game. So that's always fun. But in the first two games, he's an ally. Alright, now we're fighting a golem. I don't know how you use a wind rune and summon an earth creature, but whatever, you know. But let's show off some of the different things you can do with battle. First, we'll show off the Talisman Unite attack that Gremio and Pawn can do together. This is one of the neat little mechanics in the game, is you have these Unite attacks where when you have certain members in your party, they can combine their attack strength together, deal extra damage. We took that thing out in one time. Man, I just remember my first time going through this game, that fight was so difficult. Lost most of my party before winning it. So I didn't get to show off the other thing that I wanted to, but we'll show off the rune later. Hey, have you got something against us or what? Take it easy, I know who you guys are. You come to see Lady like that, right? I just wanted to test you. I guess you're the real thing. Come this way, honored guest. Luke does rub people the wrong way. Alright, now slowly go up this couple flights of stairs here. Don't worry about sidetracking around in the tower here. There's not anything extra to collect. Trust me, I have looked extensively. It's just these stairs to go up. Just to give you that feeling of like how big and how grand this tower is. And here she is. Lick Nat, who I think appears in every mainline Suikoden game. I think. Can't remember though. I haven't played 5 in such a long time. And I don't remember if she's in 4 or not. I was expecting you, messengers from the Empire. Oh my, what a cute messenger we have this year. She says you're cute, Bits. How do you feel about that? I don't know. I'm sorry, you're a soldier of the Empire. I shouldn't call you cute. I prepared the astral conclusions. Follow me. Master, we ask a lady like that? Bits, don't you think Lady Anax is so beautiful? Anyway, you should hurry. So, it seems that we'll get the astral conclusion shortly. Bits, Lady Anax should be waiting for you. Master Bits, let's get the astral conclusions quickly and get back home. I'm starving. Hans, 2 mode. Angry, hungry. I guess the third is sleepy. One of the best bits of music in the game right here. Imperial Messenger, here are the astral conclusions. Please take them. I feel like this moment may have been meant to have, like, Lick Nat get you to come closer into this area, which is, like, her focus of power so she can read you.
I think that's what's going on here, but it doesn't like explicitly say it in any way, so like that's just speculation on my part. Exclamation points.
What's your name? I see. It's such a friendly name.
I like to think it is.
I am an astrological magician. My job is to see the future in the stars. But the future is not unchangeable. All I can see is the overall flow of things. Fitz, you are bearing a huge burden in the flow of destiny. You will have to make painful choices and experience a great deal of pain and sorrow. And I know not what the outcome is. And always remember that destiny is in your own hands. Never forget that you must decide what is right. Do you understand? Here are the astral conclusions. My job is now done.
And I feel like that statement also has more weight to it. Right there, my job is done. Her imparting that knowledge to you. Yeah, she's giving you the astral conclusions, but really, in that moment, I think what she's seeing as her job is to push you towards finding and facing your destiny.
But we will meet again. Not that I see our reunion in the stars. It's just my wish.
He receives the astral conclusions.
Believe yourself, Bit. I cannot say more than that now.
Stupid future reading people and obfuscating what they know. You're back at last. You should take your time. What were you even up to in there, eh? Okay, Ted, calm down. We don't hurry. Futch will get impatient and leave us behind. Let's get going.
Don't be so rude to Lady Licknat.
You hungry or something? Shut up.
You must all be bored. I'll have Luke take you to the shore. Luke? I'm here, Lady Licknat. Take Bits and his companions to the shore, and none of your tricks now, do you hear?
Of course not, ma'am. I would never trick anyone.
If you'll excuse us, Lady Licknat, we'll be on our way. You.
Yes?
Your job is to protect Bits. Take this. It should come in handy sometime.
Fire crystal. We now have a fire crystal. Well, it's be attaching to Cleo as a rune, and she'll be able to do fire magic. Cleo's the only person in our party that's even halfway decent at magic right now, other than ourselves. Ready, everyone? Close your eyes. Wind rune, show your power. Why are they late? Hey, Black, think we should leave? The Imperial Guard should be able to fend for themselves. What the? Oh, what's going on here? We're back here already? I've never seen such magic. Our worthy apprentice, Lady Licknat. Referencing Luke. That's all fine, but where's Ted? Ted, because he can't keep his mouth shut. Ouch! Watch it, you punk! Watch your mouth. Enough is enough. I'm sick of all this fighting. It's about time. Hurry up and hop on, or we'll leave you behind. Irresponsible with your job there, Futch. We're all aboard. Alright, it's crowded in here. Okay, Black, let's fly back to the Imperial capital. I'm getting a little tearing in those graphics there. That's the end of my job. You all have to deliver the astral conclusions to the commander. I'm in the capital. I might as well take a look around. How would you like to go to the theater, Black? What's the matter? You better hurry over to Commander Craze and deliver the astral conclusions. See you later, Black. Looking forward to meeting a real Dragonite. This punk shows up. What a drag. Oh, these creatures right here. I can't remember what they're called. However, they're basically like they're used as mounts for the cavalry for the Imperial Army, and they walk on two legs. They're like some cross between a kangaroo and a horse. So that's what they look like to me. Anyways, come inside. I do like they have this like reflection effect on the highly polished Imperial Capital floors here. It's pretty neat. Oh boy, we gotta deal with this guy. This guy up at the top right here. Well, you know what? Let's just start talking. Finally back, eh? I've been sick of waiting for you. Ready up and give me the astral conclusions. Delivered them. I guess you've done your job. You're apparently not totally useless. So, get ready for your next assignment. What's the matter? Why don't you look happier? It's an honor to be able to work for the Empire. Excuse me. Commander Craze is right. Oh, listen carefully. East of Gregminster, you'll find a town called Rockland. We went to do the gambling earlier. Understand? Rockland, east of Gregminster. For some reason, this town has failed to pay its taxes. For some reason, they won't pay. You will go to Rockland. That's right, you'll go to Rockland. And tell them that their tax payments are overdue. Tell them they're overdue. Shut up, stop yapping while I'm talking. That's right, all of you stop yapping. Idiot, Kanan, I'm telling you to shut up. Who, me? Kanan, a full-blown lackey. Forget it. Anyway, ask the military commander of Rockland about the tax situation. His name is Grady, and you'll take Kanan with you on this mission. Listen, all of you. I'm your superior in the Imperial Guard. Disobeying me means disobeying the Empire. Keep that in mind. What a creep. That's all I have to say. Now, get on your way to Rockland. Rockland is a short way to the east. The military commander's name is Grady. Ask him why the tax payment is late. Got it? And that's really all there is to do here right now. Get out of my way, dude. Alright, let me look at my menu. I got 6K. Only thing that I really need to do. There is one neat thing right here with the storyline that if you don't come to the item shop, you don't get. But if you come to the item shop with Greymio in your party... Oh. I guess I had to do it earlier. Well, okay, I needed to do it before I left, I guess. But if you come by the item shop, they'll tell you that Greymio bought extra supplies for the dinner that you had with Tio before he left, and hadn't fully paid them yet. And some stuff happens and makes it where you end up not being able to. You have to clear that fire rune. We're then going to get... I don't think anyone can use the clone crystal. Yeah. Give the prosperity rune to Greymio for now, just to make sure that we've got the extra income going on. But it doesn't get paid due to events that happen. Eventually, they send someone after you for it. But if you didn't happen to go into the item shop earlier before going to Magician's Island, there is no way you could have possibly known that. And so it comes as a bit of a surprise if you didn't know. Anyways, I do have that antique from earlier that needs to get appraised. And it's an octopus urn. They're not worth very much, but we'll probably end up just selling it. In fact, we can just do that now. Actually, you know, I'll hold on to it for the time being. I just want to make sure I know where I can get them later if I want one. Now, with that being said, there is one item that I would really like to buy. And that's these winged boots. The only person in my party who can equip them is Cleo. So I think they're women only. Even then, depending on what your the character's archetype is, sometimes they may be able to equip or not equip certain things. But it gives me a defense bonus of plus 14 and a speed bonus to make it more likely to go first. If you buy 2 of those and equip them to Cleo, you don't have to upgrade her equipment for most of the game, honestly. Like, these are just that good, but they're super expensive, as you can see. I'll grind in Rock Axe for some coin before coming back. I need to take a quick break, though. I need to use the restroom, so we're going to come in here with the pleasant, quieter music. Save the game real quick while I'm here. Alright, and that'll be a good spot. I'm going to use the restroom real quick. I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Here we go. Alright, there we go. I don't think there's really anything else for me to do here right now. Ah, And now it's time to take some revenge. Dodge this. Now, I'm gonna pull, not as much of what I was doing earlier. I'm really not worried about it. I think about doing it, and then I'm like, I don't need to do it. There's a little cutscene of sorts that can happen right here, once we come back from this mission we're about to go on. Also, you got all these graves right here, which actually all have words on them. Here lies a troubled man. Loneliness is a slow-acting but fatal poison. Here lies a farmer. As long as there was gentle sunlight, I was able to grow anything. Here lies an ordinary mother. Good night, till we meet again. Here lies a nameless soldier. For me, war was life itself. Here lies a poet. As evidence of my life, I leave behind a song that will be my epitaph. Seven syllables, 6 syllables, I bet in the original Japanese, this was probably actually a haiku. And then you have this one. Last word of a woman who died on the street. Clive, forgive me for not dying at your hands. That name Clive there is actually the name of a character who we can recruit, and if you bring him back to this point near the end game, you actually have a little tiny scene with him talking about this. We've got a little armor shop and stuff here, but let's just go ahead and start up this scene. Now we come up here to the governor's mansion, come in, and this guy's like, "Hey, who are you fellas? It's Master Grady's mansion. You're not allowed in here. What do you want?" Kanan. What did you say? I'm Kanan, assistant to Imperial Guard Commander Craze. Tell Grady to get out here. This is the one good thing Kanan does the entire game. I mean, like, I'm sorry, you think you're a hotshot? I'm a bigger hotshot. What? Yes, sir. Right away, please. Wait a moment. What is it? Those villagers come to complain again? Get them out of here. No, sir, they say they're the Imperial Guard. Whatever they are, I'm busy. Hurry up and... What? Imperial Guard? You say Imperial Guard? Why didn't you tell me sooner, you fool? He literally told you as fast as he could. Grady. Welcome, welcome, members of the Imperial Guard. What brings you to this poor country town? Please, come in. Huh. Looks like you're doing very well here. Oh, no, not at all, sir. In spite of the nice tapestries, the sweet desk, that awesome chair, and that sweet circlet with a big red gem in it you're wearing on your head. You know, other than all that. Forget it. You know why we're here, don't you? Indeed, sir. About the taxes, right? We've been troubled about that, too. You see, some bandits settled out nearby Mount Sifu and have been pillaging the local villages. That's why we've been unable to collect taxes and deliver them to you. But I'm glad there's nothing to be worried about. What do you mean by that? I speak, of course, of your arrival, the arrival of the courageous National Guard. Getting rid of country bandits should be an easy task for you. You're not afraid of them, I'm sure. Grady's smart enough to manipulate a dumbass like Kanan, at least. Oh, of course not. Bandits. Well, we should be okay. We'll crush them like flies. Ha ha. Oh. That's ridiculous. Our mission is to... I can't wait. I've been waiting for a good fight. Me too. Let's teach the bandits a lesson, right, Bits? You should return home first. My voice of reason is like, this is not what we were told to come do. What? I'm the leader of this party, and I say we go fight. Just shut up and follow me, you cowards. Fine, let's get going. Don't fall back now. I'm glad of your decision, but do you know where Mount Sifu is? Shut up, I was just about to ask you. Mount Sifu is east of Rock. Fine, now let's go. Try to go this way. He's like, no, don't do that. Also, we can come up here and see half, well, maybe like a third. This is Grady's bedroom, and it's, look at this bed. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, let me just get up all in here with my shoes. Fuck your bed, Grady. Alright. Alright. Now let's go ahead and continue with the storyline. Oh yeah. I can't wait, actually. Like, once I get... This game is relatively short. So I'm going to get through it pretty quickly overall, and then I want to play Suikoden 2 as well. That one I'm going to take a lot more time in. And a lot of the music ends up coming back in Suikoden 2, but it's way higher quality. So I can't wait for that. Whew, finally, Mount Sifu. All of you, don't chicken out because of the bandits. And you too. Here we go. Come on, you take the lead. Why me? Just shut up and go. I'm the leader, so I'll go last. This is exciting, isn't it, Bits? Ted, please don't say such things. Young master, don't put yourself in danger. I, Gremio, will be protecting you. Hey, let's go. Alright, here's our first, like, serious dungeon that we actually have to be a little bit worried about what we end up encountering. These guys are actually pretty easy to kill. There's just, like, a bunch of them. As you can see, one hit from most of us takes them out. Unless stuff like that happens. Honestly, with how little damage Cleo is doing, I'm kind of thinking about going back, actually. Jeez. We're gonna do a little more damage than that. Alright. Got some extra boots. And some medicine. I actually need to do some inventory sorting. No, she's already got a circlet. I can't make her use two. Yeah, the inventory system in this is interesting, but not necessarily good, you know? Where each of your characters has their own inventory, and that's also where their equipped items go. But the good thing about it is that you have full access to all the consumable items in your inventory when you're in battle. They kind of cleaned this interface up a good bit in Suikoden 2. We'll, you know, discuss that more when the time comes. For now, we're just going to deal with the fact that this... let's see. And hold on. On these, at least one. Everyone's got at least one full medicine. Ted's got 2 parcels and a full one. That should be good. Honestly, I'm probably over-preparing, given the extra levels I have on my character and Ted. Now, you notice we got the counters on those two guys from the back row, and both of them died on the counters. That's always nice when you get a full counter in. Oh, whoops. Been a while since I've been in here, so I know there's like treasures in a lot of spots that are just kind of slightly out of the way. Fence rune piece. That's okay. Those are the items. They're called stones instead of rune pieces in the later games. But that's one of those items that I can save the game, use the item, go get defeated, choose to not give up, and in the game over screen, which will put me back to my last save, but with all the stat ups still in effect. And so you can use the defense stone again. And it's a cheesy way if you want to just have like dumb high stats early in the game, but it is very tedious to do it. And it's usually best to wait until you've got a bunch of rune pieces collected that you can use together. Nice. Hey there, I see I've got a couple extra viewers right now. Hope y'all are enjoying. Welcome to the Leftover Bit Show. Playing one of my old favorites from my childhood, Suikoden. Got the escape talisman. Those are always nice to have, at least one of on you, because they allow you to teleport out of a dungeon. Alright, and now we come to one of the major story points in the game right here. This fight is scripted to where you have to survive a certain number of turns. I don't remember exactly how many, or a certain amount of damage from this boss, and then it pulls you out of the fight because it's set up to where you can't win the fight. It's just going to be overwhelming odds the whole time, no matter what you do. But that's okay, because, you know, storyline shenanigans happen. And we're going to use Pon's Boar Rune on the Queen Ant just so you can see what it does. Oh, she doesn't actually have magic stats yet. I thought she would have had at least one spell by now. See how she only, Gremio, he only did 1 damage there? Pon's going to do like 4? No, 2. And he becomes unbalanced when he uses that ability. She didn't attack us because we killed all of her ants, so she just resummoned all the ants instead of actually doing an attack. Pon has to defend or use items because he's unbalanced. And this time she decided to use an attack on us. Took Gremio out 1 hit, and she resummons the ants. It's literally like, seriously, the fight's meant for you to lose it, so. At this point, I'm just gonna hit free will. Okay, there we go, the scripting happened. And later you'll actually find those as those Queen Ants as random enemies, but at that point they're not scripted for you to lose anymore. Damn, she's powerful. Never beat her.
At this rate, we'll get wiped out.
Bulls, what are you saying? You must protect me.
Young master, let's run. I'll protect you.
I don't know if we can make it. Do something.
Fitz, everybody stand back. I have an idea.
And you could tell him don't be reckless, but it'll just put you in a loop where he does it anyway. No matter what, he's gonna do it. I'm gonna say don't be reckless to show I care.
Don't worry, Bits. Let me handle this. But thanks for being considerate.
Yeah, it doesn't loop you. He's gonna do it either way. And that is something we'll learn a little bit more about later. Just remember, Ted was planning on telling us a secret. Just hadn't gotten around to it yet.
What the hell? Ted, how did you do that?
Sorry, but I can't explain right now. Bits, I'll tell you when we get home, but don't ask right now. Anyway, let's get rid of the bandits and go back to Gregminster. This must be what Commander Craze was talking about. Oh, whoops. I forgot to revive after that. Excuse me. Thunder Rune piece here? Yep. The Thunder Rune pieces, I think, are one of the few that actually do what they're supposed to do. Ah, the good music. Now, let's heal up a bit, use some of these partially used medicines to bring people back. And why not? And let's save the game. These are the save points in the Suikoden game, those little blue orbs. You see one of those, it's a save. And now we meet two of my favorite characters, Barkus and Sidonia. Barkus, I want to cosplay this character at some point. I love his bandit outfit. He uses an axe. And plus, I could keep my beard for this cosplay. So that's always extra better. Oop, I meant to read that. Oh well. Listen up, you bandits. I, Kanan, Assistant Commander of the Imperial Guard of the Golden Emperor Barbarossa, have come here to teach you a lesson. Turn yourselves in, you tax thieves.
Did you hear that? He says we're the tax thieves. Listen here, you petty clerk. I'm Varkus the Whirlwind Axe. Sidonia, you introduce yourself too.
Why bother? Affable fellow. Anyway, that there is Marksman Sidonia. You Imperial tax robbers better get out of here before you get hurt. I'm the renowned Imperial hero.
Shut up. Don't you join in their games.
Listen, bandits. If you don't give yourselves up, you'll be sorry. You want to fight? Well, let's go get them. Whoa, these guys are serious. What are you doing? Hurry up and fight. Fight! Alright, this fight should be pretty easy, honestly. We're not even going to bother doing anything fancy. We're just going to make sure all of us are hitting a different target. You guys are hopeless. I'll take it on myself. Sidonia, give me a hand. Sidonia, the fucking edgelord of the fucking series. This game, at least. Anyways, though, not much here other than making sure that we take him out. Varkas does the most damage. Sidonia has the most accurate attacks, though. Oh wow, Sidonia actually did way more damage just then. Of course, we are a little over leveled, so. Yep, not a long fight there. Give up? Haha! Are you alright, young master? That's what you get for defying me.
Didn't do a thing.
How can I be defeated by Imperial dogs? Capture the bandits. Okay, our work is done. Let's get the hell out of here. And the game actually speedily takes you out. Whew, that idiot sure moves fast on the way down. Hurry it up, you all. We're off to a hero's welcome in Rockland. Ha ha! Back to Rockland we go. Now, real quick, before I move, really. Yeah, we definitely should use a little medicine. We're gonna come over here and confront some assholes. Imperial soldiers. You muddy my shiny boots, you little rat. Goes, who the hell are you? Beat it. Get away. And our options: fight them, or don't fight them. And since they're kicking a child, I'm gonna fight them. Everyone focus fire. Pretty sure I don't need to do that, but oh wow, no. Yeah, I just took him out, so. Oh, they were weak. I thought they had a little bit more HP than that. Big brother, are you an Imperial soldier? You're not, are you? I knew it because you didn't hit me. I wonder what, like, the original Japanese of that line was. I saw them, it's true. The bandits have returned to Mount Sifu in the east. That's where they're hiding out. Well, it was where they're hiding out. A deep well. Conversation prohibited. There's little things like that. Things that you'll look at in the game you won't think will have a little caption, and it does have something silly of that nature. I guess buckets don't have anything, but it's one of the few. Excuse me. Welcome back, Master Kinnan. What happened with the bandits? What, you captured them? I'll get Master Grady right away, please. Wait a moment. Back so soon. I'm very impressed, Imperial Guardsman. You didn't waste any time capturing the tax thieves. What do you mean, tax thieves? You're the tax thief. What placed him in this dungeon here? Master Kanan? What? Please take this. A small gift from the villager. Oh, thank you very much. Found 10,000 bits. Heck yeah. This is dangerous, so I'll hold on to it. 10,000 bits stolen. Thanks to my efforts, the bandits have been captured. Let's get back to Gregminster. Report my success to Commander Craze right away. And then that's all we really get to do. Hello again, Imperial Guardsman. Did you forget something? It just makes you go back out. And that side's locked. All right, and with that, we have finished up the first major part of the story. Anything past this point will be dealing with some issues that are going to require us to think about some stuff. Primarily, does Ted really need to be holding on to some of these things? Does Pawn need to have equipment? Here, we're gonna sell a bunch of this anyway. I played this game a lot, and I just know for a fact that in just a few moments we're getting ready to lose Han and Ted as characters. So it's you know, standard gaming trope. Time to get rid of all their items. Did you wear a second circlet? Because I'm pretty sure that's better than gloves. Gloves are only +2. Oh, duh, I just sold that, didn't I? Yeah, I did. Alright, I know this is some tedious item management here, but I want to go ahead and get some of this stuff out of the way so I don't have to think about it. I think everybody's got at least one of everything now, yeah? Well, everything that we can have. I'll get another octopus urn later. There we go. Alright, that cleared us up. Alright, let's play a little... Well, hold on, how much money do I have? 15k? Let's play this a little bit. And while we're making some money, I'm going to take a few moments to shill for myself. I hope that everyone's having themselves a wonderful Tuesday and enjoying the show so far. If you are, if you're new here, you just haven't done it yet, whatever the case may be, make sure you do hit that follow button down below. Helps me out a lot, helps the channel grow. Really the main good indicator of whether I've got people watching or not is that. So hopefully that you do follow. As I said, again, helps out a lot, as does the eyeballs on the channel. I also have a link to my Twitter down below. You can follow me on there. You'll get updates on when I go live. Any cancellations, delays, anything of that nature will be put on Twitter. And there, of course, also is the tip button down below should you feel so inclined. It's always appreciated, but never required. Main thing, as I said before, are the eyeballs on the product and the follows. Either way, as long as I'm entertaining you here right now, I'm doing my job. Given this part is probably not the most entertaining. And we do have a lot of extra money anyways right now, just from where I've had that prosperity rune on Gramio the whole time. We just have a good bit more than we normally would. I think it's on the... I lost it for a second. Alright, good. Heck yeah. Yeah, no, fair. I looked away. That's what I get. Center? I think I'm gonna work up to just over 20k, and then I'll feel very confident in going forward with the rest of the story as it is. Right? That does put me over 20k. Let me do one more. Left. Oh. Oh, whoops. Well. Now, I could take some of the money and come in here and like buy armor and stuff to try to max out my defense right away. However, this ain't great armor. I'll get better stuff very soon. And none of these people can use shields. To be able to use a shield, you have to be one of the handful of characters who basically has the flag that says they are shield proficient. No reason even, y'all. Really gonna save most of that money for now. This is as far as you have to come. I will report to Commander Craze. You can all go home and rest. I'm such a nice guy. So nice it makes me cry. Plan to take all the credit for himself. Let it go, Pawn. It wasn't such a big accomplishment anyway. I'm exhausted. I want to go home and rest. Hey, Master, we've been away from home for a long time. I'll fix something special to eat. Great! Grammy, your cookie's terrific. Ted, you come with me. What's this about? Oh, nothing much. It'll be over soon. Come along now. Okay, then. Bitch, going home. I'll see you later. Besides, I have something to tell you. Let's go, Ted. I feel like Ted really should be more suspicious about that, just as a general thing. I do have enough. Ooh. That is gonna be awesome. Well, I'll probably have to go back and do some more, to do sharpening, but Leo is now dumb powerful for this point in the game. Speed of 54, defense of 36. Defense isn't. I guess that's just your stat though, not the actual armor value. Yeah, armor value 70. Holy cow. Oh, that'll be good. Alright, major plot point time.
Hey, Master, I'll prepare some food right away.
Ooh, I'm stuffed.
There be some dried meat we've been eating. Finally, some food fit for humans. What are you talking about? You'd eat anything to fill your stomach. Got a point there. Young Master, I've made some tea.
And now I have control of my character again.
So you must miss your father.
I'm
Lonely? Well, I can't quite be a surrogate mother to you. You're lonely. Cleo here.
Wait, Cleo's here, I think is what that's supposed to say?
Young Master, it's kind of disturbing, isn't it? So many people are saying bad things about the Imperial Army.
Right.
Compared to the days when we won the War of Succession, the Army's reputation has gone down the drain.
Happens to empires.
That's because of shady characters like Kraze and Kanan doing whatever they like.
True. Corruption.
Wonder how long I'll have to work for Kraze. It's raining a lot. It's late. He said he'd be right back. The stew's getting cold.
And I'm gonna go save the game here real quick. Stairs to find Ted. Clumps in a laying down in a clump on the floor. Is that the way that I'd say it? In a clump? Clumped on the floor would probably be better. I don't know. Anyway.
No, Master, what the... Cleo! Pawn, give us a hand! Ted, what happened? All this blood, this wound. Not natural. Magic? What are you doing? Bring him in immediately. Young Master, give us a hand.
Of course I'm gonna help. My best friend.
Ready? Put your hand on my shoulder and heave-ho!
I do like that moment in that, in spite of Gremio being constantly a panicky person, that right there shows that Gremio is able to keep their cool under pressure and is going to think about actually taking care of what's going on right now most of the time. Yeah, they're all trained soldiers. Gremio is like the most dutiful one, really.
What happened? Was he attacked by thugs on his way back from the palace? Then why would he have a magic wound? It's coming around.
Ugh.
Where am I? Where are they? The Imperial Guard. Aren't they here yet? Help me, Bits. Relax, everything's fine. That's what happened after you calmed down.
Gremio,
Hurry up, will you? I'm starving. Made him wait. Commander Kraze is seeing Lady Wendy. Ted. Follow me. Okay, okay. It's been a while, hasn't it, little? You haven't changed a bit in 300 years. Envious. You? You're that witch! Well, now, you remember me, do you? That pleases me. Of course, you've never left my mind for a moment. Now, give me that rune you have in your right hand. No way! I'd rather... What are you doing? It's the cursed rune. The Soul Eater. Its power... Don't be a fool! If you use that here, you destroy yourself too! It's... Please... Ed. He's passed out again. What's going on here? Seems the Imperial Guard was after him. How can that happen? What are you accusing Ted of? He's a good boy. I don't know. Leo, maybe we'd better contact the Imperial Guard. Why? Your best friend would never do anything to harm the Empire. Why should we call the Guard? Gremio, loyal to a fault. We can't be sure. We can't cause problems while Master Tio is away. Well then, we'll wait until Ted wakes up. I completely didn't use her for that. Whatever. Ted's unconscious. He'll turn towards you if you talk. You can actually just kind of mess around with it if you want to. You talk to Leo, and she's like, "Soul Leader, that should heard of it somewhere." Don't worry, Ted would never get into trouble. Game's forcing you to come out here and talk to Pon. Young master, Ted's fever isn't getting any better. I'm going to go wake up the shopkeeper and buy some medicine. Yeah, it's like my dad saying he was going to go grab milk. Won't stop raining. It's a nasty rain. Gives me the shivers. He's waking up. Sorry. Forget. What did you mean by Soul Eater? It's... Please. Will you do something for me? Duh. Take off my right glove. What's this? Not one of the 27 true runes. Alright, I have to stop here for a moment. This line is insane. If you know a lot about the games. The common man tends to know that magic exists and that most people have a rune of some sort. It's common enough. But like higher end magic is a different story. And most people probably wouldn't know, but at least a few people know that there are what are known as the 27 true runes. I don't think those runes ever got fully revealed in the series as to the full 27. But basically, the idea is the true runes are the closest thing to like actual like godlike entities in the Suikoden universe, or at least within the first 3 games, first 4 games even. The 5th game, I hadn't played a lot of that one, so I don't know how things might have changed with that one. And basically, like, there's this whole mythology in the universe where originally there was nothing but darkness. That darkness shed a tear. The tear turned into the brother's sword and shield. Shield said that it was able to defend against any blows. Sword said it could break through any defense. And so they decided to test that against each other. And, well, sword shattered upon shield, and shield was cut in twain by sword. And when they fell apart, Shield's body became the earth, Sword's body became the sky,
and the jewels that were on them ended up becoming the 27 true runes. Those runes then themselves birthed the lesser rune that we use for magic in the game. And so every single one of the games ends up having it where the story is focused on one or more of these true runes. And their influence on the player character, their influence on the world, and the influence around that. The story is, yes, it's originally based on a piece of Chinese mythology that was known as Suikoden. It was water margin, I think is what the name translates to. I don't know how much that story actually has in common with the story in this game. The big main connection that it has is the idea that you recruit characters into your army that were all born under one of the 108 stars of destiny. And that's the main major connection point that I know of. I'm sure there's more references and connections, but I've never taken the time to sit down and actually try to find the story of Water Margin. So I don't know for fully, but I do know that it is loosely based off of a Chinese mythological classic. There we go. But yeah, with that being said, though, this line is it's a massive lore dump for no good reason. She had no reason to say 27 true runes specifically. She could have said a true rune or a very powerful rune. I don't know if this is a mistranslation or if it's just hey, we got to make sure people know there's 27 of these things. Make sure somebody mentions it blatantly. Exposition, please. Hit. Yes, it is. So, no, he's still injured. Yes, it is. This one is called the Soul Eater. First rune. The source of all this trouble, and the reason the court magician, Wendy, is after me. Yeah, this is expedition time. Why? Why Lady Wendy? Why would she do such a thing? I don't know why. That witch wants this rune. I've been wandering the world for 300 years trying to escape from her. Never thought she'd find me here. My mistake was using the rune's power at Mount Sifu. Is this what you used to blow away the Queen Ant? With this wound, I'll never escape from that witch. I hate to bring friendship into this, knowing it will bring unhappiness. But you're the only one, please. Please protect this rune. The cursed rune must never fall into the hands of Wendy. You're the only one I can entrust this to. Please take it. Please take this rune. And you can say no, but it's going to force you to say yes, so just do it. Thank you, Bits. This rune may bring you suffering. If it does, blame me. But you must never, never let it fall into Wendy's hands. Give me your right hand, Bits. And now I can relax. For about 2 seconds. Yes? Out front. Follow me, Gremio. Yes, Cleo. "300 years. Never had a good night's sleep. Now, I think I can." You can't, buddy. I'm afraid. You can't. So, young Master McDowell is here too. Give us Ted, we know he's here. Loyal Pawn here told us. Pawn, you! Why, Pawn? How can you do this? I can't allow any trouble to happen while Master Tio's away. I can't lose his trust in me. Please, understand. Drag Ted out of there. Won't allow it, Craze. No one, even a commander of the Imperial Guard, can enter Master Tio's house without just cause. That's right.
I swear on my hatchet, I won't let you pass. Wait. Oh, you're giving up, huh? You think I still have the soul? Be the bait while you escape. What about you, Ted?
We gotta say alright. If we say no, we'll just have to argue in circles for a second and then come back to saying yes.
Maybe a young master with that wound, Ted will never get away. I agree. Master knows it too. We must keep his promise to Ted. Right, young master?
Sure, whatever.
Hurry. I understand, young master. Let's escape through the back of the kitchen.
And we're just gonna have this conversation in front of them. No trouble, no problem. We got time.
Thank you, Bits. 300 years. You were my only true friend.
And now we're out in the rain. All the doors are locked. If we try to go back into the front of our house, that guard chases us off. Can't even get to the shops. It's late at night, stormy, it's rainy. The only place that's open is the inn. And if you try to go out, there's a guard there too. Free.
Oh my! Why aren't you the young Master McDole? What the? Come on in. What's going on here? Imperial soldiers running around? While you come scurrying in soaking wet? What the? Oh, forget it. You probably can't tell me about it. Don't worry, you're welcome to hide out here. I'll put it on your tab. Thank you so much.
Marie, the most understanding NPC in this game, I swear.
Young Master, we'd better make ourselves scarce for a while. Good heavens, I never thought we'd ever...
Fugitives? Yeah.
I think our only alternative is to travel north and ask Master Tio for help. Now, we'd better figure out a way to escape Gregminster.
Master trying to wander about. Yeah, my voice is giving out. I'm probably gonna have to stop making out voices. Hey, you can talk to people here if you want to. That is actually funny. If you come in here earlier, there's actually an argument going on between like 3 Imperial guys sitting here about which of the Imperial generals is the best. And then we have this character right here, who we're going to be learning more about shortly. Say we try to go out, and there's like, oh, it's Imperial soldiers. Oh, ouch. Watch where you're going, you little runt. I got called to duty on a holiday, sent out to search for someone all night, finally find a moment to catch some rest, and you come along. Now, I could be flippant, but I'm gonna try to be smart. Oh, you learn. Who do you think you are, bumping into me and not apologizing? What kind of upbringing did you have? Hey, wait a minute. You look familiar. Master, are you alright?
Hey, you, who do you think you are?
Who are you? What's this young master business? You, show me his face. You look like that fugitive McDowell kid. What did you say?
Any more of a fuss and we're in big trouble. Young master, get away while we hold them off.
We have no choice. Here we go. That's enough, young fella. You two Imperial big shots. Use your heads. The fugitives from the law still be hanging around here? They couldn't be that stupid. I suppose you're right. We just wanted to be sure. Stop it, you're scaring them. Leave it to me to kick them out. And wait a minute. Don't worry. There's no reason why we should be so loyal to the Empire.
Hey,
Hey, it's that guy! One of the best characters in the entire series, who actually shows up in the second game as well. Victor. No big deal. I was just wondering how to pay for my meal, and... You mean... You did that just to bilk the... I'm calm, let it go, huh? Well then, thanks for helping us out. And he got us out of the inn. However, if we come over here, there is still a guard. Apparently there were traders in Gregminster. Maybe you're... And so we can't get out that way right now. But Victor's still here. What's the matter? You look troubled. I know who you are. That rebel McDowell kid, right? We are not rebels. I couldn't care less either way. Incidentally, how do you plan to escape this place? I have an idea, if you care to listen. I'm used to this kind of thing. Interested? I'm not sure I can trust him. However, we don't have another option, so help us out. Leave it to me. But I have one condition. Here we go. No big deal. If you succeed in escaping, I'd like you to meet someone. And small requests, right? So, that's a deal. Let's hurry. First, we must go to the palace gates. Don't worry. I won't hand you over to the guards. Victor joins entourage. You want to make sure he gets in the front row. Game puts him in the back row for some reason. Well then, I'll go talk to them. Just relax and wait here. The little left, right animation is basically what they use throughout this whole game for when someone's pickpocketing someone. It only comes up like 3 or 4 times, but it's still hilarious. Everything's okay. Make sure you hide your faces, though. Sure is hot out here. Think I'll get in the shade. Whew, we did it. I thought my heart would burst. How did you do that? No big deal. I just gave him a little gift. Imperial soldiers act tough, but money's their weakness. That's the state of things in the Imperial capital. Corruption is everywhere. Everything's about to come apart at the seams. It's too bad. Hey, how did you bribe him? You just told us you had no money. Why should I use my own money to help you get away? What do you mean? Hey, my wallet! When did you... There you go. I should just keep a better eye on it. And now for our little promise. You haven't forgotten, have you, little fella? No, we're coming with you. It's Master Bits. Okay, so it's Master Bits. I'd like to meet someone in Lemon Camp. Agreed? That's a promise. Fine, now let's get out of here. Lemon Camp is due south of here. Whew! Alright, and we've gotten through all the major parts of the storyline so far. Going back to Lemon Camp, where I was doing the sharpening and many exploitative actions. I just hit every button on my keyboard but the right one, just... Notice how we're even leveled up above that guy right now. Here we are in Lemon Camp, Bits. Not much of a place, but they do make fine tea here. Well then, about time I got to work. Let me go make some arrangements. I may be late, so take a look around. Who is this fellow that Victor wants us to meet? No, I can't quite trust that man. I have no idea, so what do we do now? I'd love to take a shower. It's interesting that they've got the kind of indoor plumbing necessary to take showers in this universe, but, you know, magic exists, so... I'm sure that makes certain other things easier. This is a fun little Easter egg right here. You're not from hereabouts, are you? You have a daughter named Meg. If you ever run into her, please tell her to come home once in a while.
and you actually can meet and recruit this Meg girl. And then at the end of the game, or near the end of the game, I should say, you can actually bring her back here to talk with her parents, and they have a little scene. Darn that tomboy Meg. Adventure calls indeed. I think you hear folks worry like this. Look around a little bit. Let's see what they got in their item shop here. Probably just medicine and antitoxin. Yep. Actually, no, give me one of those antitoxin. Don't really have enough money to be upgrading anybody's weapon right now. You say anything different right now, Kryn? Nope. Uh-oh. Okay, that was weird. I don't know if you saw, like, I just, like, walked over here for no apparent reason. The game, something happened with the game's controls there, because I was, like, hitting left or hitting right while... Was I hitting left? I was hitting a directional button while I was talking to him, and then I think the game just, like, froze the input in there. I don't have anything extra to sell right now. Oh, yeah, that's right. They don't want the partially used things in medicine. This is neat, useful stuff. A lot of it is, at least, but we're gonna wait till later to really bother with it. Worrying about armor in the early game, outside of the stuff you happen to find sitting around anyways, is really just not worth it. You go to either of those two towns, sir, you're not making jack shit. The people there are poor. Well, the shopkeeper in Saturday might not be, since he sells water crystals, apparently. So, someone broke into your room and you lost your life savings, and this guy suddenly has a lot of stuff as a merchant, huh? Feels sus. Feels a little sus. 70 bits per person. First, I'm gonna save. And then we'll stay. So, you're a friend of Victor's? Well then, I'll prepare the best room that we've got. That's not exactly what he said, I just ad-libbed that. Whatever. I guess, what's his name? Victor never returned. Well, we didn't make any other plans. Let's wait a bit longer, and if he still doesn't show up, we'll head north. Perhaps Master Tia can help us. Leo, why did Pawn... Don't, Gramio. Yeah. Her boyfriend messed up. Didn't want to talk about it right now. What's going on at such a late hour? If I just sit here and don't hit the button, it'll just keep doing these crashing and banging noises in a loop. Then there'll be like a few seconds of silence and it'll start up again. I'm not gonna take the time to do that, but... There's something I thought was funny as hell as a kid. Heard that some fugitives are staying here. We'll look around. Sir, I guess they're sleeping. Shut up. You plan to harbor rebels? Big Master, they're coming for us. Victor, you must have ratted on us. I know we shouldn't have trusted him. Doesn't look good. They'll find us for sure. Well, what should we do, young master? Just to speed things along, let's do the run. From this window. It's jammed. Open. Hurry, they're coming nearer. Big trouble now. Grammy, maybe we can get young master out before
This way, hurry. Who was that?
Secret passages.
What are you waiting for? Hurry. Do you want to get caught? Who are you? Wherever it is, thank God.
So bad with these voices.
So you're the new friends that Victor told me about. Everyone's waiting. Follow me.
Here's the sewers. Not much to this place. We are in the secret hideout of the rebel army. I say army with heavy air quotes. Sorry, Bits. You must have had a tough time. But it was exciting, wasn't it? Yeah, I guess when people are living in the sewers, they probably take care of it. I mean, you know, Ninja Turtles back in the day and all that. What's going on here? I didn't think I'd give myself away so soon. Oh well, now that you've met Odessa.
Odessa? Rings a bell. You don't mean Rebel Army? Rebel Army? We prefer to call ourselves the Liberation Army, but who cares about names? Let me introduce myself. I'm Odessa Silverberg, leader of the Liberation Army. How do you do?
Victor, are these the people you wanted us to meet? Flick here actually appears in the second game as well. That's right. Prepare yourselves for a surprise. This here is the son of General Teal McDowell, and a fugitive to boot. Don't you think he'll be a great asset to the Liberation Army?
You've got to be kidding. Why should young master join the rebels? Right, young master?
So, you can say who says I joined, but again, this is one of those situations where you'll just end up... I think they let you go, and you're like, fine, if you don't want to, you don't want to. They let you go, but eventually you have to come back because you can't get out of the town. Oh, I didn't mean to say who says I'll join. Well, perhaps. We can convince him, right? He has nowhere to go anyways. Guess you've all been fooled by Victor as well. Whenever he takes a liking to someone, he drags them in. But they do appear to be hunted by the Imperials. The town's still full of soldiers. You may still stay until things blow over. Whatever decision you make afterwards is yourselves. Okay, this isn't the point where it matters. Rebels, Liberation Army, well, why not? Maybe we should become true rebels. On the other hand, what will Master Tio think? If Odessa greets you as a guest, so will I. My name is Flick, Lightning Flick of the Liberation Army. Never heard of me? Well, then remember the name. Quiet one there's Humphrey the Swordsman. That's Sanchez. We three are pretty famous in the Liberation Army. We're the only members as far as I know. Sanchez. Remember this. This is the true face of evil. My name is Sanchez. How do you do? Trust me. True face of evil. Got Humphrey, who hardly ever talks. Part of his charm. Victor is like, yeah, the Emperor's gonna kill you, buddy. Habits, I guess you whatever. And then, oh, what's all this? Oh, are you alright? Let's tell Lady Odessa. Take him inside.
Don't worry, this is the Liberation Army hideout. Have you a message for me?
Odessa, thank goodness. I'm one of the Mount Seafood bandits. We only attacked those rotten Imperials. Anyway, the other day, the Imperial Guard came over and captured our bosses, Arcus and Sidonia.
Could they be? Shh, be quiet.
Lady Odessa, please, help Farkas and Sidonia. That rotten Grady of Rockland has strung them up to starve to death.
Outrageous! Execution without trial? Even by Imperial law, that's illegal. Awful. Odessa, Imperial surveillance has been intense lately. We have to keep a low profile. I'm aware that we're understaffed, but the bandits have asked for our help. We can't let them down.
Yeah, time to come clean.
What do you mean it's your fault?
We position, fade to black, fade back in. See. Well, even if you didn't know what you were doing, you still have to claim responsibility, right, Bits? You must rescue Varkas and Sidonia. I'll help you too.
I agree. I don't plan to betray the Empire, but Grady is unforgivable.
You're right.
Undoing Grady's wrongs would be good for the Empire.
Besides, young master goes, I'll follow. Blah blah blah. It's part of that. Whatever. Sidonia struggled with the home of rock. Yeah. Don't hurry, they'll dry up. To Victor, you go 2. Leave it to Victor. Let's get going. Bits, Rockland, here we come. Victor joins party. I think this thing, if somebody's like, if it says joins party, I think that they're not like officially joining you as a permanent member. Whereas when it says joins entourage, I think that's when they're a permanent member. Alright, how much time have we gone? 3 hours? I think 3 hours is going to be enough for now. Let's go ahead and save up the game. This is a good spot to stop anyways before I go do too much more. Plus, it'll give me the chance to actually, well, we'll wait. Maybe I should go to Rockland first. Yeah, I'm going to get to Rockland first and I'll save there, because if the dude's there, what's his name? Marco. I think he's still there at this point in the game. I'll basically do offline grinding and just build up a bunch of extra cash with him early on so I can go ahead and get my weapons maxed out and all that fun stuff before I head to the next areas. So we'll go ahead and start the little bit of a wrap-up spiel. I hope that you've all enjoyed. If you haven't done so yet and you enjoyed what you see, or your first times here, whatever the case may be, make sure to hit that follow button down below. Just having people watching and having the follows really helps me more than anything else, motivates me to keep streaming, and also, better for my eventual growth on the channel. There's also a link to my Twitter down below. You can follow me on there. You'll get updates on when I go live, any technical difficulties, delays, other things of that nature. It'll usually go up on Twitter. And then, of course, I just realized Victor's in the back. I'm an idiot. And there's also, my tip button down there. You're free to use that if you want to. It's always appreciated, never required. Main way to say thanks is to give me those follows and to keep watching. And hey, if nothing else, if I have been able to entertain you some today, then I've done my job. Is poison. You can wait for the poison to wear off eventually, but I just don't want to deal with the screen flashing effect that comes with it. Alright, okay, good. Marco's here. Rest. Let's, before I forget, change up formation. And we'll save the game. And this is where we are going to officially wrap things. Alright, awesome. There we go. So, again, for those of you who are watching, highly appreciate it. Thank you very much. Grim Salad's always good to have you around. And without any further ado, I am Leftover Bits. This has been the Leftover Bits show, playing Suikoden from PlayStation 1. And, hope you all have had a good time. You're entertained. I'm definitely going to keep playing this. This is a fairly short game, so I can get through the playthrough of it relatively quickly, all things considered. Like, within a couple weeks at most. That's only if I restrict myself down to playing just a little bit at a time. But, in the meantime, again, thank you all very much. I'm Leftover Bits. This has been the Leftover Bits show. I hope I've entertained you today. See you next time.